Well, good evening everyone and welcome to the American Express Elite Football Performance Centre here in Brighton. This is the last 8 elimination playoff game between Brighton and Hove Albion under-21s and West Ham United under-21s with a place in the final 4 on the line. For one of these two sides, the season will end here. For the other, a trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this Friday night awaits. Yes, we have to reach a conclusion this evening, so if needs be, extra time and penalties will be called upon. So if you are unfamiliar with how this works, well, after the 20 regular Premier League 2 match days, both Brighton and West Ham finished inside the top 16. Then in order to determine an overall champion, we've since moved into straight elimination games. Brighton saw off Ipswich and West Ham dismissed Fulham in the round of 16. Now these two sides will collide and only one can emerge victorious. Yes, it's Brighton against West Ham live here at the American Express Elite Performance Football Centre. And thank you, all of you, for tuning in for tonight's game. Kick-off 7 o'clock this evening. We're going to bring you all of the action as it happens here. Very excited indeed. My name's Ian Woodhouse, going to bring you all of the action, and I'm delighted to say I can bring you the lineups for this evening's game, starting with the home side, Brighton and Hove Albion. And your goalkeeper is number 1, Stephen Hall. 2 is Callum Mackley. 3 is Sean Keogh. 4 is Ben Barkley. 5 is Noel Atom. 6 is Jesse Middleton. 7 is Tyler Silsby. 8 is Josh Robertson. 9 is Shane T. 10 is Henry Howell. And 11 is Nemeo Oriola. Your substitutes for Brighton and Hove Albion this evening. We've got number 12 is Alvarez. 13 is Jensen. 14 is Shaw. 15 is West. And 16 is Joe Belmont. Well, for West Ham United, made the relatively short trip down to the south coast. Your goalkeeper is number 1, Finlay Hooper. 2 is Jethro Medine. 3 is Ryan Oyebade. 4 is Aridas Golombekis. 5 is Josh Briggs. 6 is Ezra Mayers. 7 is Preston Fearon. 8 is Lewis Orford. 9 is Dan Cummings. 10 is Josh Ajala. And 11 is Regan Clayton. And your substitutes for West Ham tonight, number 12 is Lewis Brown. 13 is Lonra Owesu. 14 is Ryan Batcham. 15 is Gabriel Kalist. And 16 is Andre Dyke. Well, the season will end tonight for one of these two. Who will it be? And they're very evenly matched as well after some scintillating games throughout the course of the Premier League 2 season. West Ham finished the campaign in 13th, played 20, won 8 of those 20, drawing 6 and losing 6. And guess what? Brighton also played 20. They also won 8. They also drew 6. And they also lost 6 as well, although Brighton have a slightly better goal difference. So Brighton ended the Premier League 2 campaign in 12th, West Ham in 13th. Brighton scored fewer goals. They scored 38 throughout the course of the campaign, conceding 25. But they do have a plus 13 goal difference, ending on 30 points. For West Ham United, they scored a total of 44 goals, so 6 more. But they conceded 10 more, conceding 35 for a plus 9 goal difference. Also, though, 30 points. You really couldn't get any more two evenly matched sides. And West Ham had to do things the hard way against Fulham as well. 2-2 on the night. They went to a penalty shootout, which West Ham won 4-3. It was Dan Cummings and Lewis Orford on the score sheet in a regulation 90 minutes. In that one, for Brighton, again, a nervy affair up at Ipswich, but they did come through that 2-1. Robertson and Keogh on the score sheet. Both those players start tonight here at the American Express Elite Football Performance Centre. Well, we are moments away from the players making their way on to the pitch. And we already have a couple of sides through to the semi-finals of this competition. Man City beat Aston Villa the other day, and Tottenham Hotspur beating Chelsea. So it does mean we can announce the semi-final. Whoever wins tonight will be in action this Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. And the game is going to be played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as well. A cracking venue for certainly a very fitting game indeed. Very, very much looking forward to that indeed. So how does Premier League 2 work? Well, if you are new to it, the overall format is there are 29 teams in total, all competing in one division. We have then the top 16 qualify for the elimination playoffs. They also qualify for the Premier League International Cup as well. There's something new for the 2025-26 season. So the sides who finish 17th to 24th go into a cross-category playoff competition where they take on the top 8 from the Pro Development League. As we said, a total of 20 regulation match days. These two sides both finish in the top 16, so the season continues. You don't play all the teams, of course. There are 6 seeding pots of 5 teams. There's 1 bye team as well. Manchester City, the current overall champions, Tottenham winning it in 2024. In fact, Chelsea, though, topped the table this season after the 20 match days on 43 points. Manchester United was second, also with 43 points, but Chelsea's slightly better goal difference in third was Manchester City. So we still wait for the players to emerge. We've got grey clouds above us here. It is a relatively mild evening, though. There is a bit of a threat of rain. It's very low cloud cover right now as we just watch some of the coaching staff make their way across the pitch. Absolutely beautiful. One of my first times down here, and I can see the substitutes for West Ham just making their way across the pitch. I can see Lewis Brown there making his way over, and some of the coaching staff as well. There's Mark Smith, I can see too. Great to catch up with some of the coaching staff today. It's been really enjoyable covering a lot of the games for West Ham under-21s this season. As the players are now making their way on, I can see Aridas Golombekis there, the number 4, very highly rated player for West Ham United. And they come onto the pitch. We've got a good crowd of people here inside the Elite Football Performance Centre here at Brighton. And it's a good ripple of applause as the players make their way onto the pitch. Whose season is going to continue? Whose is going to end tonight? We are going to find out. Potentially in 90 minutes, extra time and penalties if required. This has to be decided tonight. No more second chances. This is it. Well, as I said, my name's Ian Waterhouse. If you've ever listened to any of my commentary before, I've got some fun little quizzes throughout the course of the night as well for you. It is great to be back with you all. Here's Greg Lincoln just coming down, the West Ham coach. Shannon Roof there as well for Brighton and Hove Albion. Of course, Greg Lincoln spent 4 years with the FA. He's a coach at Arsenal and Tottenham as well. Shannon Roof has been with Brighton. He joined the under-21s back in 2018, first as an assistant, and stepped up to the hot seat in September 2022. Actually had a goalkeeping coach role at Aldershot and Reading as well. The players just going through some of their final training methods here. It's going to get quite busy up there. Mark Phillips is making his way up as well. I wonder if we might be able to grab a quick word with him if he wants to come down. Mark, can we just have a quick word with you? Is that all right? He's going to come down. Of course, Mark was on commentary with me for the under-18s earlier in the season against Everton in the FA Youth Cup. It's really good to see you again, my friend. How are you? Are you confident tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the pitch is unbelievable. It's like a lot of carpet. So there's no wind here, which is normally it's a windy training ground. So may the best team win. It's just going to be a good game of football. I hope the team in Claret's going to win, obviously, but, you know, there's no excuses tonight either way. There really isn't.
How are the boys feeling? Is Greg confident as well?
Yeah, in the same vein as me, really. We've done all the preparation. I commentated, actually, on the Brighton home game. It was a 3-3 draw. We was 3-0 up and Brighton come back. So, you know, I thought Brighton was a good side that night, even when we was 3-0 up. Yeah. If you go back over the... listen to it, I did say that I think Brighton are a good side. So it's an evenly matched team, and it depends who turns up tonight and plays. Well,
I was just saying, actually, in the lead-up to this, both sides finishing the campaign of 30 points, evenly matched. Both got the same win record, same amount of draws, same amount of losses. But goal difference slightly different. Ever so slightly in Brighton's favour, ever so slightly.
Great knowledge. I didn't even know that. It's fantastic knowledge on your part. I just go game to game and see what's in front of me on the pitch. But it just shows you they're quite well matched. They're quite well matched, yeah.
Right, I'm going to let you go and enjoy the game. Thank you for having a quick word with us. Really appreciate it. It's good to see you again.
And hopefully having lots of words next year when I'm next to you. Cheers.
Excellent. Good stuff indeed. Right, as you can see, we are seconds away from getting underway here. I can see the tall, imposing figure of Dan Cummings, the Scottish forward, right in front of our position here. And it is going to be West Ham United to get things going. Preston Fearon is going to have the honour of the very first touch of the ball in this last 8 Premier League 2 elimination game. And a big thank you to all of you for tuning in as well tonight. We really, really do appreciate it. Great to see these players. In fact, I haven't done a West Ham under-21 game for a while. In fact, my last one was the National League Cup final, you may remember. And it was up at Boreham Wood. Boreham Wood coming away the winners of that on a penalty shootout. But it was a great effort from the West Ham youngsters anyway. Here is Cummings now on the ball. It's hooked away by Josh Robertson for the Seagulls. A good battle going on. Jethro Medine coming away with the ball. Here's Briggs. Colin Beck is now pushing the ball forward. It's great that we've got the dugouts just beneath our position as well. I can see Shannon Roof just down to my left, the Brighton and Hove Albion coach. And Greg Lincoln, I can see him as well, just down to my right. Ezra May is in the squad as well for West Ham. Actually made his Premier League debut for the Hammers back in December against Brighton and Hove Albion, ironically. And a ball put forward. It was dealt with well by Shane and T. And here's Howell now charging, going toe-to-toe with Colin Beckis right in the heart of the pitch. Here's Middleton now. Back to Ben Barkley. Well, Ben Barkley joined Brighton from Manchester City. Actually joined the under-21s as an overage player and mentor. Has played senior football for the likes of Stockport County and Yeovil Town as well. He's going to be a throw. Ryan Oyabadi is going to collect the ball just down off to my right. He hands it straight to Regan Clayton. Just to echo Mark's words, the pitch here is absolutely pristine. Although as we're getting towards the end of the season in the Premier League as well for Brighton and Hove Albion, there's quite a bit of work going on here around the American Express Elite Football Performance Centre. They're relaying a number of the training pitches ahead of the 2026-27 season. Here's Clayton now with the ball for West Ham, trying to find Dan Cummings, the intended target, but it's going to run through to Barkley, who heads it on. Picked up by something of a goal machine, Josh Ajala of late. What a season he has had for the Hammers. It's Medine going back to Briggs. Here is Colin Beckis now. Picked up by Lewis Orford. Here's Clayton on the left side. So many times the ball comes in. Wonder if he actually thought about going for that in the end. Does put it high and over. Well, instructions coming in from Greg Lincoln just down. He's saying 2-on-1 there, 2-on-1. Recognise it. Well, Finley Hooper between the sticks tonight as well for West Ham. Seen more and more action with the under-21s. He's just an 18-year-old. Joined the club at under-9s level. Oh, that's Regan Clayton. Being dragged down by Shane and T. Referee not interested at all. Fourth official just saying it's both of them, both of them. There's Noel Atom, gives it over to his Callum Mackley now, trying to feed it into the path of Henry Howe. Brighton been camped in their own half at the minute. Regan Clayton trying to shuffle him off the ball. Gives away the free kick. Well, Brighton on a little bit of form as well. They are unbeaten in the last 4 in all competitions. At last defeat was a 4-3 loss here against Fulham on the 6th of March, which ironically West Ham came through that tie against Fulham in the round of 16 elimination games in the Premier League 2. Although for West Ham there has been no clean sheet since the 3-0 home win over Crystal Palace back in February. Conceded 2 or more goals in the last 6 in all competitions. Of course, coming through that game, 2-2 against Fulham, but winning on penalties. We thought that was a 3-2 defeat away at Tottenham. In that, it's a 4-2 away defeat. Victory against Blackburn Rovers, though. Now the ball's been put forward. Up it goes. Colin Beckers heads it on. Jesse Middleton. Ball goes all the way back to Stephen Hall. Between the sticks tonight for the Seagulls. Brighton trying to work in. It's Barkley who puts it back into the box. Trying to be fed through by Harry Howell.
Yes! Come back to this time! In a halfway stop! Press! Dan Cummings off there, mate. By Sean Keogh and Steve Ryder from West Stephen Hall. Finished the last good! Now you just! A-League, Australian A-League, 16 years of age. Good, quick! Hello?
Can you switch the ends on the red cable on the road mark? Do you know what I mean?
Good, Maya!
I'm marshalling out back drive for
behind the ball!
now when it goes out now, you don't see that quite easily.
Recognise when the jump death row on! Yeah, I'm happy. Football decision, you know!
Target though, nice off it now, left side actually close to the corner flag.
Wait, what do you think? Yes! No! Read! On that! Just perfect! Ryan! Ryan! Read! Come all the way! There you go! Good luck! Come out of it! Off first! Loose! Down that middle! Late! Outside you! Hurry! Stay here! Stay on!
Back it went to Shane NT. Barkley. An energetic start to this game, but it's going to run through. And Finley Hooper will gratefully take the ball. Offside flag has gone up, but Brighton wanted to continue. Shouting of advantage, they had the ball, they wanted to carry on, but the referee has pulled it back. Robertson back to Barkley, holding the heart of defence, but it's given away. Callum Mackley dispossessed off the ball. Orford now. Here is Briggs.
Under 18s for West Ham, turn the pace on over on the far side. For company over there.
Stay high. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Alive, be alive. Jeff, you coming behind Ray, you can nick in front. Straight. Jeff, come behind. Yeah, you're good there. You're good there. You're perfect.
One.
That'll do you.
Something a little bit shorter. John Beckers goes wrong instead. It's headed on nicely. How much drop? It's not like a shot. That's for Josh Jara.
Yeah, well done.
Has come up from the under 18s for the Seagulls. And it is Preston Fearon who's going to head over to take this. And it comes to the box. It's headed up by Barkley.
As well.
Get them all, let's go! Tempo! Wider. Yes, Harry! Go on, Josh. Come on!
All over the top into the path of Dan Cummings, but it's been won by Stephen Hall, who gets up quickly. Don't foul! Cummings is going to charge after this. Partly under the pressure. He does really well to sneak it forward. Robertson heads it on, but here's Josh Briggs, the number 5 for West Ham, to take it away.
Yes, he's right. This way. Fire! Set!
Yeah. Just be careful. Hello? Zach?
Okay, so starting there.
Okay. Yeah. Stay next to this camera and speak into that. Just talk loudly as you can.
Right on. Stay. Backwards. Look easy,
Callum Mackley coming under a bit of pressure, does well to knock it forward. It's Howell in the right place at the right time for Brighton. It goes to Stephen Hall. Picked up by Robertson. Mackley again.
Surely go! Here!
into the path of NT there, but here is Harry Howell. Push over the top. Barkley. Going forward to Noel Atten. Spent 5 years at RB Leipzig. The Brighton number 5.
Wait for a moment, this way. This
Mackley once again. Howell is under a bit of pressure from Clayton, picked up by Ajala. Josh Ajala trying to work his way into the box. We've seen magic from him this season. Not doing this time. Hall knocks it forward. Oriola is the intended target there, the former Manchester United man. Runs out of play. Throw now for West Ham inside their own half. Goes to Fearon, knocks it forward. Medine it's the intended target, but it goes out. Got a Beckis now with the throw. Here's Howe. Tries to take it past Clayton. Orford picks it up now. Here's Ajala to Goran Beckis. Briggs. The referee has blown up here.
Switches and play! Keep it one way, Jay! Switches and play, Ryan! Ryan! Join in! Join higher! Good! Get down! Well done! Yes, Dan! Well played! Arenas! We're gonna do it! We're gonna do it! Come on, Shaw! Go on the edge! Tyler, think we've done different takes, be ready for movement, Tyler! Come on, finish the edge! We'll chill behind it. You can play as well! Play what you see! Oh. Right, over left. Good Arenas! One way! Yes, Jeff!
Howell's doing well to pick the ball up. Go on, Press, double jump against Noel Atten. Forward it comes. Now here is Mackley. He'll skip through there by Robertson. He was the intended target, and then straight back to Regan Clayton.
Here he is! Give me that way!
Inside Ty on the 8. Good Tyler. Go Jess, jump on Jess. Jump on side, Robert's area, okay. Shuffle man. Good, get the ball.
Trying to win the ball back again. Goes straight out, Mackley to Barkley. Here's Howell again. and work his way through. Almost skips past Oyabadi and Golan Bekis. Ryan Oyabadi, the Greek native, has represented England at under 15s. Was the under 18s captain in the Premier League Cup final win last season. Here's Oyabadi again.
Someone's got to go in there. They can't just come and get on the ball. Someone's got to go.
Mayers. Clayton went to make a run there. Just checked himself. Riggs just managed to find Preston Fearon.
Numbers are still in our favour on the back.
Give it to him! Give it to him!
Hi, Reed.
I've got a good fit anyway.
Give John!
Over the top, Cummings, but he is offside.
Ben! You're out, Ben! What are you doing, Ben? What are you doing? Time you run! Deep runners as well! Runners from deep! 10 running! Tight! Narrow then, yes there is, Luke, it open! Go! Box!
Forward!
Howe trying to work his way through. He might be back with full Leo as well. Here's Ajala sprinting forward. Ajala gaining yards, creating opportunities. Former Chelsea man Josh Ajala. Been a bit of a revelation, really, the forward. Joined from Chelsea at the start of the 2023-24 season. Just signed a new contract as well with the Hammers until 2028. Very good bit of news indeed. With Mayers, Oyabadi.
Yes!
Free kick given there. It was Jesse Middleton. Jesse Middleton giving away the free kick there. Preston Fearon is going to head on over to take this. So Fearon with the free kick here. I think we've got the audio back as well. We've just got the drone going up as well. How good is that? I like to see those pictures. Fearon has been deadly with his deliveries as well this season. Certainly another player for the future is Preston Fearon. It's a good delivery into the box as well. It's Noel Atom who heads it away. Clayton found Orford. Back to Fearon again, has another opportunity. It's going to run all the way through though. And it's knocked clear. Lovely first touch by Oyabadi. Clayton. Lewis Orford, as I say, has been a real revelation in midfielder. Been at West Ham a long time now. Had a loan spell at Stevenage Borough earlier this season. There's Noel Atom. He goes back to Barkley. Has been capped by Germany at under 17s and under 19s as Noel Atom, number 5 for the Seagulls. Ball back with Hall, real international flair, isn't there? Hall, as we said, spent time in Adelaide, played in the Australian A-League at just 16 years of age as well. Shane N.T. does really good there to hold on to the ball. Harry Howe switches it over to the left side now. Brighton trying to charge the way into the box of Oriola. The ball comes in, it whips around, and it's hooked out. Well, the best chance of the game goes away of Brighton and Hove Albion. Corner taken short. All the way across. Looks like it's Dan Cummings chasing after it. Difficult to see over on the right side. The gantry here. These sides are fully covered, so can't quite see off to the right. Just say a big thank you to all of you for joining in tonight and watching. Really do appreciate it. Live on YouTube. Great to be with Brighton and West Ham United. Lovely to have you along. Silsby links it on. Colin Beckis gets it under control and Medine chasing after it over on this right side. Up against Keogh. Back it goes to Briggs. Medine again. Here's Oyabadi. Here's Ramirez. Pinpoint pass to Jethro Medine over on that far side. Absolutely beautiful. Former has been capped by England at under 17s level. Won the FA Youth Cup and under 18 Premier South with West Ham. Signed pro terms in January 2025. Jethro Medine. Clayton back to Orford. There's Orford again, switching it to Josh Briggs. I thought he might fancy loading up and having a go there. Medine on the right side. Jethro Medine. He'll do well to get this ball into the box. He does really well. And Hall fumbles it a little bit, manages to get his body back over and cover the ball. And does really well to recover. Back underway with Hall here. Ball at his feet, takes it long as well. Oriola, the intended target. Oriola will be very eager to get one over West Ham. He was part of the West Ham Academy. He's played in the Premier League for Brighton as well. Made his debut against Leeds United earlier this season. Clayton calling for the ball on this left side. Here's Ezra Mayers now. Oh, he just slips as Clayton. The sprinklers were streaming all over this pitch before kick-off earlier. Greg Lincoln giving the instructions. Mayers. Over to Briggs. Going to charge forward. It was attempted interception by Oriola there. Did so well. And Medine with a crunching challenge. Sees the ball out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Brighton. Well, whilst we get the action back underway, let's start our quizzes, shall we? On the 1st of February 2020, West Ham and Brighton met in the Premier League. It finished 3-3. It was a 3 o'clock kickoff, finished 3-3. It's the 1st of February 2020 at the London Stadium. Who scored the goals? Very, very simple. Who scored the goals? I don't think I can see a live chat or anything, but just shout them out. I'll give you the answer soon. And let me know who you think scored the goals. Oyabadi there takes the throw quickly. So the 1st of February 2020 finished West Ham 3, Brighton 3 in the Premier League at the London Stadium. Ironically, it was a 3 o'clock kickoff. Who scored the goals? That's your very first quiz question. Fearon holding the ball, switching it close to our gantry position here. Lovely ball to Regan Clayton. He's going to try and set Ajala off. Here is Josh Ajala. Dan Cummings streaming into the box. He tries to square it, but Cummings had already run on forward and the ball was played behind him. He might have been better just having a go himself, Josh Ajala. I do have a different quiz coming up for you for the rest of the game as well. We're going to play a Guess the Player quiz, but for now, stick with that one. 1st of Feb 2020, 3-3 in the Premier League, West Ham, Brighton. Who scored the goals? That simple, just shout them out. I'll give you the answer fairly soon. 0-0 here still in the Premier League 2. Last 8 elimination playoff. We have already had 2 games so far in this competition. Manchester City beating Aston Villa and Tottenham are through. They beat Chelsea 3-1. So whoever wins tonight will take on Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this Friday night at 7 o'clock. Here's Ajala. A little bit of magic and trickery from him. Goes to Clayton, who drops it back to Oyabadi. And the free kick has been given. It's going to be a yellow card as well shown here for the challenge on Jethro Medine. Preston Fearon straight over to the position where the free kick is going to be taken. No hanging around for Fearon. No fear as to who's going to take this one. Preston Fearon was named West Ham's outstanding scholar for last season. I'm sure he's probably in the running for quite a few awards this season as well. It's been great to cover a lot of West Ham under-21s this season. Ariola, the furthest player forward. I can't get over the height of Noel Atton there, the number 5 for Brighton inside the box, but the offside flag has gone up. It was Ryan Oyabadi who rose highest of all. And it is a free kick for Brighton. It's amazing how quick these halves go as well. Robertson doing well to hold on to the ball in a tight space there, although it's Colin Beckers who gets it forward to Orford, who heads it into the path of Fearon. Brighton holding well, and Brighton's defence is held very well. Back-to-back clean sheets here at the American Express Elite Performance Centre. Now the ball comes into the box, it's a good delivery, and Clayton knocks it out for the corner just to make sure. Well, West Ham have enjoyed a spell of possession, but suddenly Brighton break quickly. Well, Brighton have been amongst the goals recently as well, although the last game here was a 0-0 against Aston Villa. Before that, it was a 5-0 win over Everton. Oriola got a brace that night. Sean NT was on the score sheet as well, as was Belmont and Tyler Silsby. Shouts of movement from Shannon Rufus. The ball comes into the box and it's got into the back of the net, and the Seagulls take the lead from the corner. It ran all the way through and it came off a Brighton head. And Brighton and Hove Albion have weathered a bit of a spell from West Ham here, weathered it well because they've gone up the other end and from the corner taking the lead. Greg Lincoln still very positive down to our right. 35 minutes, still got plenty of time in the game. They will have chances, and they have had chances as well, West Ham. But it is Brighton who make it count. Brighton and Hove Albion 1, West Ham United 0 here in this last 8 Premier League 2 elimination playoff game. Remember, this has to be settled tonight. There can only be one winner. And at the minute, right now, it's Brighton who will be heading to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this Friday night in the last 4. Long way to go, though. Still in the first half here. But if Brighton can do what they have been doing, which is keep a clean sheet, they kept 3 in their last 4. Before that, they had a 2-0 away win at Burnley as well. Oh, and that's almost. Sure. Stephen Hall did really well there to read the bounce. It was really good play by Sean NT there, draws in the free kick. Premier League 2 debut in February 25, NT. Joined Brighton at under 13s. Over to the far side, and I think Shane and T might have a say in this game. Oriola as well. Certainly for West Ham, they are full of star players too. Harry Howe, certainly for Brighton. 2 number 10s will certainly impress. Josh Ajala has already had a lively first half, full of energy. Had a good opportunity, squared it to Dan Cummings when he might have been better off having a go himself. There is Harry Howe as he switches it over to the other side. Here's the tall, imposing figure of Noel Atom. Shouts of "don't get disconnected" from the West Ham back line. It's great being here and hearing every word shouted from the dugouts. Atom again. Back it goes to Hall. Dan Cummings, certainly a man in form after scoring against Fulham in that 2-2 draw. That game eventually went to a penalty shootout. Had quite a bit of experience in penalty shootouts of late, have West Ham. And if they can pull one back here, if it does end a tie after 90 and after the extra time, a penalty shootout might be called upon. But if it stays like this, it's Brighton's season who will continue at least until this Friday night. So we already know that Manchester City and Tottenham are through. Oyabadi to Regan Clayton now. Back it goes to Oyabadi. Time running out in this first half. I'll give you the quiz question answer very soon. Ball push forward. Barkley scoops it up well. Goes back to Atom now. Here is Sean Keogh, being picked up by Oriola. Barkley now. Here's Callum Mackley. Callum Mackley joined Brighton at under 13s. Actually went on a pre-season tour with the senior side to Las Palmas at the beginning of the campaign. A number of big names to remember. Harry Howe certainly one of them. The 18-year-old midfielder. Multiple caps for England at youth levels. There he was on the ball to number 10. Now it's Putter Oriola going after it. It comes in and somehow it's trickled into the back of the net. And Brighton and Hove Albion double their lead here. Well, it looked like a little bit of confusion at the back for West Ham. Just a simple low ball into the box. It goes through everybody and trickles into the back of the net. And Brighton double their lead close to half-time. Brighton 2, West Ham United 0. It's 2-0 here, and in the late stages in the other quarter-final tie, I can tell you it's Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 2, but there's only a couple of minutes left to play in that one. Well, 2 goals for Brighton in this first half. It's hard work to do for West Ham. They've looked good at times, though, have the Hammers. It's just Brighton, when they've suddenly broken forward, they've taken the chances when it has mattered most. I think they'll be a little bit frustrated with West Ham with that one at the back. Here is Oyabadi. Back it goes to Ezra Mayers, to Briggs. Can the Hammers pull one back before the break? Medine over on this right side. Fear on now. Certainly got the star quality to make it happen. Lovely ball to find Regan Clayton. Had a little bit of space. Hillsby straight over to him quickly. The delivery comes into the box and Clayton's more frustrated with himself as Stephen Hall comfortably plucks the ball out of the air. Well, that goal credited to Shane Ntee for Brighton and Hove Albion. Callum Mackley with the first for the Seagulls. And Robertson to Atom, back to Hall. I've no doubt Shannon Roof will be absolutely delighted with what he's seen from his side in the first half. The 2-goal lead, something to protect and defend in the second half. If it stays like this, unless West Ham can maybe conjure up something before the break, not long to go now. Just seen the drone up in the sky as well, giving us some great shots.
Second, Shane, second.
Oh, really strong play by Harry Howe. Having his shirt tugged a little bit there, and perhaps more frustration than anything else. And Medine finds his name in the book for the shirt tug there on Harry Howe. Consistent pulling, I'm hearing from our 4th official as he explains why Medine has been shown a yellow card to the West Ham coach Greg Lincoln. Here is Barkley. Free kick taken short. Noel Atom now. Happy to hold on to the ball at the minute, Brighton. And with good reason. Be very delighted to just get into the break with this 2-goal cushion. This is the last 8 Premier League 2 elimination game. If you are top 16 in the Premier League 2 regular season. So it means the season gets extended. We go straight into the elimination playoffs. How it works is first takes on 16th, second 15th, so forth. So Brighton played Ipswich. West Ham took on Fulham. Both sides getting through that round of 16 games, so they meet here. And they both finished the regular season on the same amount of points. Won the same amount of games, drew the same amount of games, lost the same amount of games. But Brighton had a +4 better goal difference than West Ham United. So Brighton ending the 20-game season in 12th, West Ham in 13th. 2 very evenly matched sides, but Clayton knocking the ball forward. That's why Brighton have the home advantage here, though, as they finished 12th and West Ham finished 13th. Fine margins indeed across the entire campaign. It's the under-21s. Both sides been playing in the National League Cup this season as well. Premier League International Cup. 2. 2 minutes is the call from our fourth official, added on at the end of this first half. West Ham made it all the way through to the final of the National League Cup, losing out to Boreham Wood on penalties. Brighton's campaign ended at the group stage. In fact, they were also in Group C, which the same group as West Ham. Brighton finishing 4th. West Ham went on to top that group. Plenty of competitions indeed. It's headed back into play by May, as here is Orford now. Gives it to Clayton on this left side. A little bit of space to run into. There's Josh Robertson there. And Tyler Silsby's been shown a yellow card here for Brighton and Hove Albion, just kicking the ball away from West Ham. A little bit of unnecessary yellow to receive, but it's a free kick now. And it's Lewis Orford who delivers the ball towards the edge of the area. It falls to Oyabadi, tries to get a shot away. Brighton do well to get bodies there. Got it, Beckett fires it in, but Noel Atom puts his body on the line. Shouts of handball, but now it's skipped away and Brighton can break. 2 goals of very quick attacks from the Seagulls. Holding on to the ball, tries to deliver it to NT. It's going to run out of play and it's a goal kick. And that might just be about it for this first half.
Back 4 heads in. Back 4 heads in, yeah. Hold it, hold.
And that is it. So we won't get the action back underway at the break here. Well, Brighton and Hove Albion have just cut through when it's mattered most. And they lead by 2-0. Mackley and NT on the score sheet for the Seagulls. If it stays like this, they will progress to the last 4. They'll take on Tottenham this Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm sure Greg Lincoln, though, will have a good chat with his West Ham side at the break, as will Shannon Roof as they depart. It's quite a bit of a walk, actually, back to the changing rooms here. So I do think there might be an extra minute or 2 added on just to enable the players to get back with plenty of time. Right, so I'll give you that quiz question answer as promised now as well. On the 1st of February 2020, West Ham and Brighton met in the Premier League. It finished 3-3 at the London Stadium. Who scored the goals? Well, for West Ham, it was Issa Diop in the 30th minute. It was a brace from Robert Snodgrass, again on score sheet in the 45th and 57th minute. For Brighton, they actually pulled one back, courtesy of Ogbonna with an own goal, but then Pascal Gross in the 75th and Glenn Murray in the 79th minute to level things up, and that one finished 3-3. Right, I'm going to get myself a quick cup of tea. I think we've sorted the sound issues out now. Thank you so much for joining us for this one. Second half coming up. Don't go far, everybody. At the break here, it's Brighton and Hove Albion 2, West Ham United 0. Well, welcome back, everybody. You can see the West Ham players are out back onto the pitch first. They trail by 2-0 here. And just about 5 or so minutes ago, we had a real sort of fog descend on the American Express Elite Performance Football Centre. I'm not too sure whether someone's having a barbecue. I certainly can't smell any food, though, and they certainly haven't offered us any food up here either in the gantry. Well, thank you for joining us. Second half close to getting delighted with the first half exploits. Callum Mackley and Shane NT on the score sheet. There's some stats from that first half as well. Possession-wise, Brighton 47%. Both sides of 2 shots apiece, but really the only one that really matters is on target. Noel Atom and Tyler Silsby. Jethro Medine shown the yellow for West Ham United. So the Brighton players now making their way back on. Thanks for joining us for this. Really do appreciate it. If you're watching, wherever you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube at either Brighton or West Ham, please do hit that like button and subscribe button. A lot of content coming up as we get towards the end of the Premier League season. And for one of these two sides, the Premier League 2 campaign will continue as well.
No. The final four waiting the semi-final tie this Friday. Tottenham Hotspur at Tottenham Hotspur.
Turn it off. 7 o'clock for that one. Whoever emerges victorious tonight will be travelling to Tottenham on Friday. Still time in this one for West Ham to get back into it. Well, if you've never been down here before, we're actually at the American Express Elite Football Performance Centre. It's not actually in Brighton, it's in Lancing, which is just down the road. We are on the south coast here, and we are about to see a change as well. Zane Alvarez is going to come on for Brighton. Number 12. And first goal of the game who's gone off. So Callum Mackley off for Brighton and Zane Alvarez has come on for the Seagulls. So I don't think we've seen any changes at all for West Ham United. So West Ham look like this. It's still Hooper in goal and Jethro Medine, Ryan Oyabadi, Aradas Golden-Beckis, Josh Briggs, Ezra Mayers, Preston Fearon, Lewis Orford, Dan Cummings, Joshua Jala and Regan Clayton. And for Brighton, it's Stephen Hall in goal. We've just seen Zane Alvarez come on. Sean Keogh, Ben Barkley, Noel Atom, Jesse Middleton, Tyler Silsby, Josh Robertson, Shane N.T., Harry Howe and Oriola. We are back underway. Big 45 minutes coming up for both these two sides to continue their 2025-26 season. And straight away, Shane N.T. into the action. The ball is coming up for you this second half, which should be quite fun as well. They are going to be a little bit different. Palace 0, Manchester United 2. So this is now the final last 8 games to be played in the elimination playoffs in this season's Premier League 2 campaign. So we know Manchester City, Manchester United and Tottenham are already through. Now we just wait to see whether it's going to be Brighton or West Ham. Hammer's holding on to the ball. Here is Ezra Mayers now. It's been a big part of the first team at times this season for West Ham. Coming, but Atom calmly dispatches it back to the goalkeeper, Stephen Hall. Up it goes. Oyabadi heads it down straight into the path, though, of Josh Robertson. And here's Silsby charging forward. What a challenge by Oyabadi. And Golden-Beckis picks it up. Well, Tyler Silsby was certainly in the action, wasn't he, for the Seagulls in that first half. Joined Brighton at under-13s level. Has been capped by England at under-16s as well. Here's Ajala, Josh Ajala. He can do something magical. But he runs into the wall that is Jesse Middleton, who gives the ball straight to Josh Briggs. Here's Lewis Orford. Ajala. Resuming his tussle there with Middleton. Here's Clayton now. Sells a bit of a dummy there. Lewis Orford feeds it through to Preston Fearon, who loads up and has a shot. And I think it's Atom who gets his body in the way once again. Briggs. Down to the right side. Got to be honest, I can't stick my head out of the gantry because I blocked the camera, so I can't quite see it over there. 2 corners for Brighton in the first half, just 1 for West Ham. Absolutely love seeing that drone going up into the ever-darkening skies here in Lancing at the American Express Elite Football Performance Centre.
Yes, let's go. Up we get.
Up we get. And that's actually off Lewis Orford's shoulder there. Great control by Harry Howell. As he said, has played in the Premier League for Brighton as well. Howell making his debut against Liverpool. Silsby puts the ball into the box and Briggs calmly dispatches it out of play for a corner. Almost a similar scenario here for Brighton's first goal. Ball was put out by Clayton, and from the corner Brighton took the lead. Well, looks like it's going to be Robertson heading over to take this one. Midfielder joined from Sunderland in 2024, Josh Robertson. Silsby just doing his shoelace up inside the box. Oh, absolutely nobody near the near post at all for Brighton. Everybody flooding the further back out the box towards the far side.
Press! Right. Yeah, you're right.
Thought it might have gone short for a moment, but Middleton just drops back towards the box. Now it's going to come in. Silsby's moving around. Does go to the back post. The shot comes in. It's headed off the line by Colin Beckis. Oh, that could have been game, set and match, but good defending for Maridas Colin Beckis. And a big part of the under-18s as well. Very bright player. Indeed, the West Ham number 4, certainly one for the future. Floodlights ablaze here at the American Express Elite Football Performance Centre. Offside flag has gone up. The ball goes straight back to Finley Hooper, 18-year-old between the sticks. Oyabadi. Here's Medine. Taking the ball forward into the path of Preston. Tried to play a 1-2 with Ajala. Here is Silsby. Dean was in acres of space. They're coming forward and it's just whipped wide. Well, Shane NT, eyes lit up there. How he didn't score, I don't think he can quite believe it. But Brighton once again finding space and finding gaps. Back it goes to Stephen Hall. Calm play. I still can't believe these two sides finish on this. Fearon feeding it through to Ajala, charging into the box. Can he get it across? It's comfortably taken by Hall. Again, it just goes to show that there is a sting in this West Ham tale. If they can just create that killer pass in the final third, it could make all the difference. Clayton with the throw quickly to Oyabadi. Here's Colin Beckis now. Back it goes to Ezra Mayers. Orford. Good crowd of people inside the ground here as well. Over on the far side in the stand. Second time covering a game here. Actually did a PFA 11 against Brighton earlier in the season. In fact, it was at the end of pre-season, really. It's a lovely ball. Oriola is the intended target, the former West Ham man. In form as well. Here's Oriola. He's got 3 in Brighton's last 4 games at under-21s level. Here is Atom now. Barkley goes to Briggs, picked up by Sean Keogh. Here's Oriola. Still Oriola charging forward. Silsby. Look at how charging forward. Silsby goes for the shot, but it's straight into the body of Clayton. Good position there by Dan Cummings. Just read where the ball was going to go. Scottish forward Dan Cummings, joined from Celtic in the summer. Actually won the Scottish Youth Cup in 2023, Dan Cummings. Scored in the final. And that final for Celtic was against Rangers. Of course it was. Over the top it goes. Clayton now on the left side. Got Silsby for company. Switches it back to Ajala. Here's Colin Beckis. Quick feet, calm feet by Aridas Colin Beckis. Here's Briggs now. Look at all of the West Ham players, all 10 outfield players getting deeper and deeper into the Brighton half. They're going to have to start taking some chances now, taking a couple of risks. Here is Mayers. I think he's going to think about having a go here. Drops it back to Colin Beckis over to the left side with Clayton. The ball takes a slight deflection as it comes into the box. Headed away. Alford picks it back up again, goes down under the challenge, and it's a free kick just on the edge of the D. Almost dead centre though. Right at the edge of the D here. Well, this could be a Lewis Alford special. We've seen two of these go on. Alford puts the ball down. Fearon might fancy this one too. Alford, he steps up, takes a shot. It's a good save by Hall. Must have been difficult to see with the shot on target for West Ham. Good delivery from Alford. Great save by Hall. Ball goes all the way back to Hooper. Been a hammer since under nines level. Oyabadi now to Mayers, pushed over to this left side. Ajala trying to create something, loses out this time. Oriola wants the ball here on this left side. Goes back to Atom instead. He was quite well covered off though, was Oriola. Barkley, the slight miss kick there, picked up by Medine. Now it's Fearon, Preston Fearon charging forward to Medine on this right side. Whips the ball into the box. It's Orford. He gets himself a little bit tangled up, trying to unload. Here is Briggs. Mayers now, just seen a little bit more attacking intent from West Ham in this second half. short, but again embodies back quickly. Here's Middleton. Robertson now calmly goes back to Noel Atten. Brighton with the 2-goal lead to defend. Callum McLean and Shane N.T. Half time, replaced by Zane Alvarez in number 12. You get such a good insight being at the gantry here as well. Both dugouts just down beneath our position. I've got West Ham just down to my right, Brighton just down to my left. You can hear pretty much everything that Shannon Roof, the Brighton under-21s coach, and Greg Lincoln, the West Ham under-21s coach, says. Did hear from Mark Phillips at the start. Hopefully the audio was okay then, and you might have heard from him. Just giving us a little bit of his insight. If you are just tuning in, good evening, welcome, hello. You join us at a thrilling stage of this game. It is the last 8 elimination playoff game in this season's Premier League 2 campaign. After 20 games this season, these two sides both made it into the top 16. West Ham finishing in 13th on 30 points. And would you believe it, Brighton in 12th, also on 30 points. Both these sides winning 8, drawing 6 and losing 6. But Brighton with the slightly superior goal difference over the course of those 20 games. And here is Mayers. Mayers charging, lays it off to Ajala, who's under pressure from Alvarez, a substitute. And Howell now. Harry Howell over on the far side. Capped by England at pretty much every single youth level, under 16s, 17s, 18s and 19s. Silsby feeds the ball forward to Shane N.T. The offside flag has gone up. Although I think actually the Brighton bench are more frustrated because they're pretty adamant that Ezra might have just tugged Shane N.T.'s shirt there. But we continue anyway. It's going to be a change for Brighton. I can tell you that Kofi Shaw is about to come onto the pitch. Orford to Briggs. And it is going to be a corner here as Brighton wait to make this substitution as well. As I say, Kofi Shaw is waiting to come on, the number 14. Started on the bench in Brighton's 2-1 win over Ipswich in a round of 16 elimination playoff games. A little bit of a waste there. It's not to the pleasure of Greg Lincoln, the West Ham United under-21s head coach. But it's Zane Alvarez heading to take this. We'll get on with a quiz question very shortly, actually, once the substitution starts to be made. Fear on. It's hooked away by Ben Barkley. Here's Medine now. Down to Briggs. Feeds it forward. Orford trying to lay it off for Medine, but Oriola is first to it and does well to come away with it for Brighton. And charging forward, sprinting past Lewis Orford over on this left side. Shane N.T. charging into the box, but it's still Oriola holding on to it, and Orford with a great tackle to clear the danger. And now Dan Cummings charging after it, but Hall reads it well and loops it into the night sky here. Howell. Nice bit of skill there from Harry Howell to give it to Middleton. Here he is now, and it's with Sean Keogh now. Been capped by Ireland at under-19s is Sean Keogh, joined from Dundalk in August 2025. Keogh's challenge there. Let's see Josh Briggs go down on the ground, and Briggs is still down. And credit to Josh Robertson there, who puts the ball out of play. Well, whilst we've got a brief pause, we are going to play a little game. with you all. We're going to do a little guess the player competition now, whilst we're in fact there. You know that. Hal comes off the pitch, you could be happy with his. For season, played for both Brighton and West Ham. In his early career, he had a loan spell at Bath City. In his early career, he had a loan spell at Bath City. Now, just beneath us as well, I see Gabriel Caliste is just warming up a little bit. I think he's going to be coming on very soon for West Ham United. It just goes to show the strength of the academies that West Ham will be able to bring on a full international. And it is Gabriel Caliste is about to come onto the pitch. Guest to player, played for both Brighton and West Ham, made his senior debut for Bristol Rovers in the 99-2000 season, had a loan spell at Bath City.
Runner-up with West Ham in 2005-2006. I'm sure he's starting to get it. Other clubs he played for include Tottenham, Fulham and QPR. And then, of course,
Hey, there's nothing there, Rick.
I might just spill over a little bit. Charlotte, who has been shown a straight red card here. West Ham United are moving to worse here. Charlotte shown a straight red card.
That sort of nonsense.
Replay, unfortunately. You see it better than us here.
So we've got a free kick and they've got a man sent off.
So it actually looks like West Ham have got the free kick here as well. But there's confusion here. I'm sure fourth official is having to explain it a little bit to the West Ham dugout beneath our position here on the right. I don't think anybody quite expected that to happen. I don't think even the Brighton players expected a red card to be shown. But that's what's happened, and it is going to be West Ham to get us back underway, and the referee looks like he is not going to restart this game until Josh Ajala. He is just walking off down to the right side, and he's now being taken off the pitch, so he is going to leave. Josh Ajala showing a straight red card here. Huge moment in this game. The Hammers trailed by 2-0. In fact, they were the better side in this second half, West Ham. And it might have just taken a bit of a sting out of this game. Preston Fearon is going to get us back underway. Well, I've completely forgotten about our quiz here as well. Guess the player, our quiz. Made a senior debut for Bristol Rovers in the 99-2000 season. Had a loan spell in his early career at Bath City. FA Cup runner-up with West Ham in 2005-2006. Also played, of course, for Tottenham, Fulham, QPR, capped by England. Bit of a goal machine he was for Brighton and Hove Albion. It was, of course, the one, the only Bobby Zamora. Got two more coming up for you as this game goes on. There's Shaw, the substitute for Brighton. And, of course, just made a change as well. Josh Briggs, the injured Josh Briggs coming off, and Gabriel Caliste coming on, but West Ham now down to 10 men. With Josh Ajala shown a straight red card for what I'm sure will prove to be a very controversial take-back. And that mountain to climb just got a whole lot steeper for West Ham tonight. Shane NT trying to feed it on into the path of Shaw. Chance of handball comes to nothing. It's the challenge on Shaw, goes down, wins a free kick for Brighton. I'm hearing good advice from the West Ham. So it is going to be a free kick. Two 0 to Brighton. Both goals coming in the first half, of course. Callum Mackley and Shane NT. In fact, NT had a golden opportunity to make it 3 in this second half, but West Ham have had the better of it, but now they find themselves down to 10 men, and unless they can work something quite magical here, and it's such a shame Josh Ajala is such an integral part. Gabriel Caliste, the substitute for West Ham, trying to create something, does win a throw just inside the Brighton half, and the mist is descending once again. We are very close to the south coast here, actually in the village of Lancing. Just above, when it's a clear day, you can see the Lancing College Chapel. I can see the silhouette of it off to our right. It's a very imposing building. from the former Adelaide man, Stephen Hall, between the sticks. Brighton very keen to keep a clean sheet as well. If they do, it'll be a 4th clean sheet in 5 games for Brighton. Very good form indeed as they look to head into the game against Tottenham on Friday if they can hold on to this. Sure, Oriola's got space on this left side, but there's too many West Ham bodies to clear and it didn't get through Aradas Golden-Beckett. Here is Orford. Medine making a run, but he's just straight offside, so he's got to hold it. Caliste now. Nice ball to Clayton over on that left side. But he's forced to go back to Oyabadi. Ball back now in the West Ham half. Mayers going for the long ball. Medina's the intended target. Joe and West come onto the pitch. Aidan West joined Brighton at under 13s level. Made his Premier League 2 debut last season. Coleman actually came from Golden-Beckett. Shaw working his way into the West Ham box. He gets the shot away. It's not a bad effort. Almost grazes the far post, goes out of play. And we are about to have a double change here now for West Ham. And it's Ryan Battram about to get on. And Andre Dyke as well. The goal machine at the under-18s for West Ham this season. Dan Cummings coming off the pitch. Andre Dyke to come on and replace him. Battram coming on as well. Andre Dyke has been dominating the score sheets in the under-18 Premier South, has scored for the under-21s numerous times this season as well. Capped by England at under-16s and under-17s, actually scored on his England under-17s debut in a 5-0 win over Mexico. Ryan Battram on the pitch now as well. Made 19 appearances for the under-21s last season, won the FA Youth Cup and under-18 Premier South in a West Ham shirt. Delivery in. Hall punches it away. Fearon is waiting there. Here is Medine. Oh, I thought he might have thought about having a go. Instead, it works its way out to Orford, who leaves it for Battram. Substitute just come onto the pitch. Delivers the ball and Hall gets the ball and goes down. So first clue for our second mystery players, played for both Brighton and West Ham. First clue was he won the Premier League of Arsenal in the 2001-2002 season. to Noah Atom. Barkley now. I'm very impressed with the Brighton defensive line here. Remarkably, they've only conceded 1 goal. Brighton in 4.5 games now. In that round of 16 tie, but Robertson and Keogh won the score sheet for a 2-1 victory. Middleton. Back it goes to Robertson. Lovely and well fed into the box. And it's actually coming down anyway now. There might be an opportunity. It's a foot race here. It's Medine. Medine. Look at Atom charging back. Medine just pushed out right ever so slightly. Still Medine gets a shot away. It takes the deflection corner. Our second mystery player, won the Premier League of Arsenal 2001-2002, Brighton Player of the Year 2013-14 season. Had loan spells in his career at Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace and Reading. Also played for Birmingham, Stoke, Leicester, ended his playing career at MK Dons. Was also capped by England. Who was it? Give me the answer as soon as this corner has been taken. In it comes. Over right next to each other. Slipped. Here's Orford, the answer to that mystery player, our second mystery player. Palace and Reading, also played for Birmingham, Stoke, Leicester, and ended his playing career. Stay with the action for now as we get to the closing stages of this game. It's headed away by Barkley. It falls to Lewis Orford. He just has the ball snatched away from his feet. And here's Shaw. He's really impressed, Kofi Shaw, number 14 for the Seagulls since coming on in this second half. Here is
slightly deeper position since Shaw has come on. Switch over to the left side.
Well, Shane, in behind. Good boy. Couple of seconds, coach. Seconds, coach.
Really well, NT.
Let's go back to the mouth, man.
To Shaw. And now his body's forward for Brighton. He gets shot away. Sees it back in out. It was a tall order from West Ham after a straight red card. That is now going to set the match, and it looks like it's Robertson with the goal.
Well done.
Very well worked break.
Press up.
Initially made on this left-hand side.
Press up.
Martin delivering it through.
Yeah.
It's good actually. Really
Read
good play by Shane NT there to win the head and knock it back in position by Kofi Shaw.
Heads up.
Fed it through nicely. So Robertson with time to think and take the shot and place it past Finley Hooper.
Hey, keep going, yeah?
West Ham 0, and the Seagulls are heading into the last four of this Premier League 2 elimination end of season campaign here.
7 to go, come on, keep going, stick with it, Preston, stick with it, Lou, come on.
Minutes to go, that is it.
Stick together,
Red card.
show the character.
Sting out of this game. West Ham have impressed with this second half.
Come on then, Joe, come on, Shane out. Let's go, get the ball back.
Away from home.
Go.
It's just sort of from a neutral perspective, dare I say, ruining the game a little bit.
Westy, get inside.
Do the right thing, come on in.
Narrow, to the ball. Westy! Go Westy! Drive! Go on! Shorty! The well, set behind the ball.
Running all the way through the shot.
Find it! Narrow! Venus is there! Find it!
Bring back Kofi! Second chance!
Jethro with D.
Good boys! Well done, Sean!
Well done, Kofi. Knocks it back.
Come on, Joe!
Fair play.
Right, Lou!
Well done, Lou.
Stick together, it's not well done!
Third mystery player who's
See
played
it
both
through.
Brighton and West Ham.
Read us, see it through! Time!
Season scoring 24 goals. Began his senior career
We're not timing.
with MK Dons. Also played for Bristol City, Reading,
Read the side.
Derby,
Read the side, what we do!
United.
Read the
You
side.
know who it is, I'm sure a lot of you probably do. Tell you,
Go on,
Sam.
they connected, Sean!
Sam. It's all fit inside the box. He's twisting it.
Yes,
Gets
Sean.
it away.
Brilliant, Sean!
Can't quite get his foot back underneath it and go back.
Bravo! Unlucky, that's right there. Go, Belmont!
Jeff, stay on.
It's not well done!
Hey, brother.
Over here, open!
He's trying to yellow card.
No more goals, Lou! Well done! Don't be too open! John! Give the well! Sean! Good! It's all right! Stay connected! Come on! Pass and follow!
16 game as well against
Take it easy!
2-2 for Josh Robertson.
Stay connected! Stay on side.
Push on, Jeff.
Good
Stay in front of it. Stay in front of it. Stay in front of it.
Keep your structure.
Shin me. All the way.
Referee. Catch up. Stay connected.
Right side.
Switching fast.
Back to the experience Ben Barkley.
Touch line, Casey.
Yes. No first time, Mark.
Narrow.
Field. Nick through. Very well left by Ezra. Mayers there. The ball comes into the box. Doesn't depart. It's a corner though. It's time for
Early. All the way, Joe.
That's what we want.
Yes, Wesley. Jump. To the ball. Got one out there, Jess. Get out there.
He comes into the box and Foster.
Get up.
Becky's. It's been knocked down again with Brighton. So good.
Get up. Get up, Joe. Structure. Get out, Wesley.
Hold the middle, look.
Mark in the well. Stay in there.
We're in there.
Jesse. To the ball! Narrow! To the ball! Outside! Help him, Jordan!
Find out how long he's been
Get there, Sean! Get there, Sean!
9 minutes, that can't be right.
To the ball!
Comes in.
Brilliant, Jeffro! Well played!
We're about to find out how much time is going to be added on. Andre Dyke watching it playing over the bar.
Jeffro, well done! Hey, keep going!
He's 9 minutes.
Well played, keep going!
Minutes added on at the end of this game.
Reader's excellent! Hey, great character! Keep going! Keep going! All the way!
Unsure as to where this 9 minutes is coming from, but it is. A bit of a stoppage was Jala left the pitch after that red card. Josh Briggs went down.
Come in! Press everyone! Come on, keep the ball, good ball speed! Good ball speed, good detail! Come on!
So much, we've still got 9 to go.
Keep it wide, Jeff!
My last game in the
Let him inside the flash! Brilliant, Jeff! Brilliant, Jeff! Brilliant, Jeff! Good, keep doing the work! Keep doing the work!
National League Cup and Premier League 2 seasons. International Cup as well. It's great to see that time as well. Against the 4-11 earlier in the season. Fear on though.
Come on, Westy!
It's going to be a
Yes,
continuation
Gino!
of the season though.
Keep with it, Jeff! Keep doing the work! Well done! Keep doing the work! Last 17 minutes left, come on! Push! Push them! Done! Oh, wait! Yeah.
Coming on for Brighton. It's full of energy. Wants to keep going and finish strong.
Turn the feet! Inside, Westy! Inside!
Halfway line, lads. Halfway line, lads.
Go feet!
Well played.
Not interested, and Brighton can come away with the ball.
Far away!
To 18. Says they're first. Sure. To do this, he's going to have to go it alone.
On the pitch!
Yard ahead. Sure. John to the right. Let's see what Shaw
Yes, Westy!
to do there. Now.
Passes, come on! Tempo! Stop progressing the ball, good! Robbo, be busy! Robbo! Oh, come on! Second time! Good shot!
Indeed. Here is indeed.
Pass! Simple, lad!
All the way,
See the ball.
West Ham at the end, just a consolation.
Simple! Well, position
To hold on to the clean sheet.
Look on.
In form at just
Stay
the right
down
time.
low,
Brighton
touch the
are
ball.
being hit.
Good touch! Recover! Pass it, switch! Shank! Go! Recover!
Sure, again, his space on his left side. Comes down to 10 men after Joshua Majala. Straight red
All
card.
the way to the end, good game!
Yeah, with a decent ball into the box. It's
Well played, all the way to the end! Jeff, outstanding!
very deep, feeds it shown by our fourth official. Here is Nadine. Further forward, really sorted. Puts the ball into the box instead. Good delivery. Header down as well. Steve Hall alert to it, but he does well to make the save.
Keep the ball!
Keeps that precious.
Move, Jeff! Move, Robbo! Move again, Robbo! Shoulder, Jeff! Shoulder, Jeff! Go on! Go on, Jeff! Go on! Land on it! Keep the ball! Pass and bring! Recovery! Brilliant, Ezra! Good, Noel, be ready, good! Details! Recovery, that man!
Right, start closing.
Yes, be ready, good! Noel, be ready, good!
Almost up. Quite the dramatic finish we were hoping for.
Yeah, leave it, Jane, we've got to get
Can't really have too many arguments with that. Team back, yellow card. First time substitute, international.
Passes, don't press the ball. Keep the ball. Raz.
How's it? How's Readers?
Passes, yes. Yes, shoot. Shoot inside. Good. Keep the ball. Keep the ball.
Everybody basket about 10 or so minutes ago before I realised we're going to be carrying on for quite some time.
Go there! Sweet! Go!
Did so well just frustrate West Ham.
Move again!
Well, all in all,
Yes, Ben, love it.
good season for West Ham.
Me again. Happy through.
Hold it, yeah! Behind!
The 24 Premier League 2 champions. Take down if they're going to
Let's go, baby, stay up, lock on here. Let's go, stay away. Good, Chino. Runners, Westy.
Track him, Westy, track him.
Okay. Last big effort.
quick.
Stick with it. Last big effort.
Into that one, I'm sure. Usain Bolt and Brian would have gone into that one. Poor understanding reads.
Nice. Draw him in again. Keep watching. No!
Away there.
Yes, go.
Awful.
Go.
Out from the back, but that is it. Start 2025-2026, 2019 20 games moving into the elimination of the playoffs. And now Brighton and West Ham United